we got packed in here a couple miles. Me and Josh set up camp, did all of our chores for the day. So we went and got Llama's water. We got everything set up the stove. Just got everything ready so whenever we get back this evening, we don't have to worry about doing none of it in the dark. For the rest of the day, we're gonna go check out some new country that never had a chance to check out while we were scouting. Get up over this hill to our north. We're gonna look at some of these north slopes for the rest of the day. Hopefully catch some bucks either bedded or changing beds. It's all gonna be new country for the day, so a lot of exploring and kind of check places off the list. We'll see what we see up there. Made it up to our glassing knob for the afternoon. Took us 2 hours, make it 1.5 miles. It's a pretty steep, rugged country, so slow going. We're gonna pick it apart now in the middle of the day, see what we can't pick up, get some food, rest, and tear apart the mountain for the evening. See what we can find. Nothing to show for the evening. Just a couple of does at very last light. Everything's staying bedded all day, I'm assuming, with the heat. And this full moon's not helping much either, so. Baca did glass up a nice bull up at the top of the mountain, but that's really all that we saw. So we're gonna make our way back to camp and just stay after it, get after it tomorrow, get up on a different ridge. We're gonna get up over on that far ridge. Started our climb about an hour ago out of camp. Had to gain 1,400 foot elevation and get up on this big ridge, and first light beat us by a couple minutes, so we're gonna get up there nice and easy over the top, get on our glassing knob and try to turn up some deer. We got up here to the top and immediately glassed 2 little bucks a long ways off. They're probably 1,600 yards away. They're too small to go chase after right now. I think being the second day, they're both just little, real small 3 points. And then we had a couple coos deer pop out below us. So we're just gonna keep glassing all these real sunny faces this morning and hopefully find a big buck. We're in our last spot for the evening. We can see over this ridge down into the bottom, and we can see behind us into a nice little bowl. No luck so far at this bowl behind us. We kind of glassed at midday on and off trying to catch something moving, and all we caught was a bull elk bedded. But besides that, we just need a little bit of luck right now with the mule deer. Hopefully something will pop out within shooting range this evening and we can make a good shot. So we'll see what happens. Well, no luck for the evening. Glassed up probably 6 or 7 bulls today. We had those 4 does this morning and the 2 little bucks, but other than that, that's it for deer. We're gonna try a little higher elevation tomorrow from what it sounds like. We're just gonna stay after it and keep grinding it out. Eventually we'll find the right pocket of deer. But long hike back to camp in the dark. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. We got an early start today. It's about 4 o'clock. We got up, ate a fire on the stove, threw some burritos on there. We have a big climb. We're gonna try some higher elevation today in hopes to find some bucks at a little bit higher. Maybe we're just a little bit low. Probably about 1,700 foot vertical climb over 2 miles, so we have work cut out for us for the morning. Here in a few, we're gonna get dressed and hit the trail. We made the big push to get up here. I glassed up 2 deer a long ways off. Got up on the next ridgeline. It looks like they're just does. So now we're just gonna pick apart this little bowl. Most anything that we glass up should be pretty much in shooting range, or just a short little hike over to get in shooting range. So we'll sit tight for a little while and hopefully something will walk out and just slip up and give us a chance. See him raking that bush? Yeah. Well, Josh glassed up 3 coos just to the north of us on this south facing slope. One of them seems to be a decent buck. He looks like a 3x3. Right now they're at 856 yards. A little too far for what I'm comfortable shooting. Hopefully they'll keep working down the ridge and maybe we'll put them to bed and try to close into maybe 500 yards, something like that, and be able to take a shot. So we just need them to keep doing the wrong stuff so we can do something right. Well, those coos deer worked up and over the ridge, so we're gonna come check out the backside of the ridge that the 2 mule deer bucks disappeared on yesterday. We got a little more elevation to climb, not too much, and just kind of hill our way across, and hopefully the country looks good. We can sit there and glass the rest today and pick up a buck, but we'll give it hell. Well, we made our way over to this next glassing knob. On the way over here, we ended up jumping a small coos deer buck, probably 75 yards out in front of us on a big grassy south-facing slope. So that kind of shows us that they're bedding more or less out in the open behind some of this bigger brush. And we just need to spend more time behind the glass, really tearing the country apart. So they're in here. It's just hard to find them. Now that we sat down over here at the glassing knob, I ended up glassing up 4 mule deer does down in the bottom about a mile away or so. And they're a long ways off, no bucks with them. They're still out feeding. It's about 10:30. So we're gonna keep looking at some of the north facing slopes, some bedding area, look into the real thick shade in the cover. Hopefully dig up a buck. Something close enough for us to get a shot on would be nice. So we'll just stay after it. Eventually a little bit of luck will line up with all of this and we'll get our opportunity to get a shot on something. We glassed the backside of this big ridge for the last 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours. Only turned up one bedded doe. She got up and worked away, didn't have anything else with her. So we're gonna get across this steep face while we have a little bit of light. Get back to our glassing knob from this morning where we saw the coos deer. See if we can't possibly turn them up again, maybe get a shot. So we'll see. We're just gonna keep working. Well, that's pretty much an end to the evening. We're gonna slowly hunt our way back to camp, bail off this real steep face while we have a little bit of light because it's kind of nasty. Make sure we get down safe. Just keep working at it like I keep saying. Nothing comes easy in this country. We're just gotta keep working hard, and eventually our hard work will line up with a little bit of luck and things will line up in our favor. So, long hike back. Just plenty of time to build a plan for tomorrow. We're creeping up this ridge now at first light. Same ridge that coos deer was on yesterday. We're hoping that him and his does stayed pretty close. He was rutting them pretty hard. Hopefully we'll catch him out in the open and get to make a play on him. So we're just gonna ease through here real quiet and slow. Try not to bump anything. A lot happened since we got up here. We got on this knob, and maybe 10 minutes into glassing, Baca glassed up that coos buck that we saw yesterday with his does up on the side of the hill. 480 yards. I got set up on him, and just about the time I got set up, he disappeared into the trees. And so we sat on him for, how long has it been, 2 hours?
Yeah,
probably 2 hours. Watched his doe get up, feed. She moved around a little bit, and then the buck popped out. He kept going in and out of cover. He popped out at 470, and I had my turret on my scope dialed a little too high. I shot right over him. He moved maybe 10 yards and fed around for another 5-10 minutes. He popped out again at 480, and Baca hopped on the gun and let him have it. It looked like we hit him. We thought we saw him rear up and jump in the scope, but hard to tell. I wasn't recording on my binos either. So we're gonna give him just a few minutes, get our stuff packed up, and make our way up the mountain, hopefully walk up on a dead coos deer. We'll see. He seems like a pretty decent buck though. So, yeah. First coos buck?
First coos buck.
Hopefully first coos buck. We'll see.
Please be dead. Please be up there. We worked for this one, buddy. Dude.
You worked for it.
They're gorgeous, man.
Sweet basket buck.
Mission accomplished. Thank you, Julian.
Good shooting.
And the background should say it all. We worked for it, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your help.
Well, Josh hammered him. 485 yard shot. Good shot placement. He came maybe 20 yards, tumbled down the hill. Josh, the first one to see him, stuck underneath this log. But just a sweet little basket buck. Nothing better than this. Nothing came easy on this hunt, from the hikes up to Glassy Knobs to the shot. Shot was 25 degrees uphill. The recovery on the animal, just everything was hard work, and it paid off. It just makes that much better. I don't know about Josh, but I'm absolutely pumped. This made my trip.
Stoked. Stoked.
So it's heating up. We're gonna get him cut up, take a few more pictures, and make our way down the canyon. We got a steep walk back. We did everything right up to this point. We just need to take it slow and make sure everybody gets back safe. So hopefully we'll find another buck this evening or in the morning and punch our second tag. So camp's gonna be just at the base of that hill. Every morning we've been coming up these ridges, working our way around, just glassing nonstop. Well, yesterday we were out on this point. We glassed this coos deer up over here, and he was rutting some does pretty hard. So we decided to make a play, come up this ridge this morning, and it worked out perfect. So I couldn't ask for a better hunt, better scenario. It just all worked out.
That's sweet. Just a gorgeous animal. In some nasty ass crap. This is some rugged crap. Easy goes it.
Not too bad.
A little longer for safety purposes. No, I can put on the brakes.
I'm sure you really can't tell by the video, but man, this stuff's steep. The whole mountain's moving under you whenever you start walking, and we're rolling boulders down the mountain, so it's real rugged and nasty. This is where someone gets hurt, so we're just trying to really take our time and go easy. And I'm letting Josh get a long ways ahead of me. I just rolled a chest-sized boulder down the mountain at him. He barely got out of the way in time, so these are the little close calls that make you kind of open your eyes and realize you should just slow down. As bad as we want to just get back to camp and hang up the meat, chill out for a little bit, we need to go slow before someone gets hurt. But that's it. Other than that, it's going all right.
Shooting coos and finding the antlers on the way out.
It's a stud. Well, we had a couple of these antlers glassed up since the scouting trips this summer. And since we were going right by it, figured we'd swing by and pick them up. One of them's a pretty good antler, the other one's a small 5-point, but we're close enough to camp, might as well pack them back. Because why not?
Wish that front point wasn't broken.
All I know is both our feet are on fire after that hike down that steep slope. It's been a hot one today too. Hike back, we bumped into a small spike. I forgot to get that on camera, but deer are out getting water right now, so maybe we'll get lucky this afternoon and get to fill my tag as well. We're just gonna keep after it. Like I said, a little bit of hard work will eventually line up with some luck, and that's what we had this morning. And Baca just had the opportunity to make a great shot, so all things are as they should be. A lot of fun, man. Nothing gets better than this.
Oh.
Well, I forgot the camera for the evening hunt, but there's not much to show for it anyways. Tonight was kind of the same story as the rest of the hunt. Didn't see much. Seems like all the deer activity has just been in the morning. Really haven't glassed anything up in the evenings. Tomorrow morning's gonna be our last day, day 5. Get up early, hit the glassing knob here above camp, and hopefully turn up a buck within shooting range, and we can punch our last tag and get out of here. Get into town and get some real food. See you tomorrow, last day. A little bit of coffee to start the last day of the hunt. Finish this and we'll make the little 15-minute climb to the hill. See if we can't find a deer. Alright, we're up here on the last morning. We have about 3 hours to glass. We're just trying to pick apart some of this country right outside of camp. Hopefully we can turn something up here shortly and make a play on it. But last morning we're gonna make the most of it before we have to back out, so we'll see what we find. Well, we're about 10 minutes into glassing and I picked up what looks like 3 does, maybe 800-900 yards away. I'm gonna keep an eye on them and see if a buck doesn't pop out with them, but keep our fingers crossed. We're just gonna keep glassing. We're in the right area.
Motherfucker.
Some of these are hard to pull on. Well, we got all packed up. Got the llamas loaded with all of our gear. We got the couple elk antlers Baca got loaded up the meat. And yeah, we're just gonna hit the trail now. Maybe hunt our way back, check out a few canyons, hopefully jump a buck in the bottom would be nice. But if not, this is a great trip. I still had a great time regardless. It was a lot of fun. We worked our asses off for it. So yeah, well, here we go. We made it back to the truck, hitting the road, have a long drive back home now. That's the end of our 2025 deer hunt. So we have 2 more hunts with me and Baca. My wife has another hunt next weekend, so hopefully I have some good footage to make 3 more videos in the next month or so. But cool, see you guys next time.